Today is the first day of May in my garden for 2024. May 1st, 2024. Can you believe it? And this is what the garden looks like. I have been working diligently on it to bring about changes here in the garden, to be very intentional about what I'm growing and intentional about what I want to see happening here in my garden. Hello there, and welcome to Catherine's Garden at Home, where we grow together. Well, I am just excited to be here with you today, and I am so thankful for this time period that we can start to think about our garden. And when I was thinking about you all and what I wanted to talk about, I started thinking about this feeling that I want to do things a little more intentionally in the garden. I wanted my garden to be more designed in a way that it is producing the very best and a little less of hit and miss, but a more of an accuracy about the garden and what I wanted to produce. I do like the free-flowing style of the garden, and I do want my garden to breathe and to allow it to have its own way, but yet in the same breath, I want to have a sense of abundance. I want to have abundance in certain things that I really love, not just assuming that I would love it, but that I really know now that I love and I appreciate. And so I went back and I kind of looked at my journals that I had created in the past, and I found that this was very helpful. This is my 2022 journal, my intentional garden journal that I first put together, and I was really excited to go back and just reminisce and think about what I did in 2022, and then I looked at, of course, my 2023 journal, and I saw, well, yeah, I did things a little bit differently last year. And there were times, though, last year where things got a little out of hand, I think. It was a little more free-flowing, and it's because of the time. I wasn't in the garden so much in August. I went away, and that sort of robbed some of that attention that my garden would have gotten or received. And so what can I do just in case something like that does happen? How can I set my garden up for success that it can almost thrive on its own, but yet with a little tweaking here and there can still survive and look beautiful? Even though I loved my garden, I think it was beautiful, but I think that if I just give it a chance to allow it to grow, give it more space, and I think the spacing is important to it. So this year I've been going through my new journal for 2024, and the whole idea of intentional gardening gives gardening purpose. It's reflecting on the garden. And the theme of this session is, or this coming together session, our time together, is less is more. Less is more. And I that's how I want to garden this year. I want to look at my garden in a way that it is highly productive and abundant. But then the idea, too, of less is more. What do I really love? What do I really want to see in the garden? What has given me the most pleasure? And also looking at the fact that not everything is going to grow in my garden. There's just some things that are going to require a lot more attention. There are some things in the garden that pests seem to love more of. So what can I plant that is less, attracted to pests and aphids and so forth, that are more resilient? And I think resiliency is a big point for the garden for me this time. I think I want to look at that. So that means that I probably may end up focusing more on native plants. And then I was thinking of too about perennials, that too might be a good thing, because I know that they come back every year and would not require as much effort as the annuals are. But then at the same breath, at the same time, I'm thinking about my vegetables. Because I do love the vegetables, and the vegetables tend to be annuals, right? You plant your tomatoes, your peppers, and your other plants that you need to seed, and it's like a one-time thing, except, of course, unless you're planting collard greens or even kale that can come back. But for the most part, the vegetables it's really an annual sort of production. So thinking about all of that, the vegetables and the flowers, what does well where and when, and all of that. It's an exciting time to think about what to do. And I am here in zone 6, B, I think they say I am, but I just say zone 6. And we are cold right now. It's been a cold, and it's a cold day, and it seems like the rest of the week is going to be like that, cold. And it's taking us a little while to warm up here in the Northeast. And with the shifting of the climate change and so forth, it seems like winter has been lagging on longer in the Northeast, or maybe we're just assuming that's what's happening, but I'm not sure. But anyway, I am glad that you all are here. It's a beautiful windy day here in my garden, and the sun is shining. It's about 54 degrees here on this day, and so I am going to plant my onions that I have here, the onion starts. I'm going to plant them in right here in this side of the bed. And so I'm going to put the onions here. I'm going to add some topsoil there, some compost to help them out with. And here, this is my garlic that I planted, and they are looking very, very well here. I finished clean up the area a little bit here, and so I have the garlics and I have the onions right in this area here, and I think that it's going to be really nice to have them here because this gets a lot of sun. And so by the time the onions are ready to harvest, I'll be able to put other things there. But in the meantime, they will get a lot of good sun. And I also added that compost or topsoil so they'll get some nutrients. And I kind of cleaned up these kale a little bit so that they will look good. And I think that this area, I'm going to really think about what else I want to plant here. Definitely the tomatoes, and we'll just see what else happens. But this makes me feel good. I feel like I've accomplished something. So this is what the kitchen garden area looks like. And I have the garlic in and also the onions. And I kind of helped out the kale a little bit there, moving the spent leaves. I also see that my daylilies are coming up here. And over here in this corner area, I'm starting to see my my lemon balm. I cleared this area and set the lemon balm free. So my lemon balm is coming up here nicely. And I can also see some other things coming up as well. It's still early in the season. Yes, it's March, but here in the Northeast, it's kind of still cool at night, and it's warming up. It's 54 degrees today. We've been getting a lot of rain. So things are starting to shoot up, but still, I don't want to be too hasty with anything. But I am very happy with what I see happening here. And then right here, this is bee balm coming up. See my bee balm? Yeah, the bee balm. So that's beautiful. The onions that I planted in March, they are now sprouting. Do you see that? The onions are coming up. And the garlic are looking very good too. These are the chive. And this whole area is just coming to life with the onions, the chives, and the garlic. And in the center, I have here my blueberry bush, which is budding out and is going to flower soon. My husband and I need to go to Home Depot or Lowe's to pick up some more of these brick pavers because we want to create and define the garden bed a little bit more. I think this looks really, really good, and we don't have enough bricks, so we're gonna go to Home Depot and check out the bricks. But also with that, I want to look and see what they have available, because I do want to add some more spring flowering shrubs in the garden. I am here at Home Depot, the first for the year, and they have all of these different trees out, budding trees, and it's just amazing to see them blooming and so forth. All of the shrubs. They even have pear trees, espalier pear tree here, apple trees. Some are even budding out already. This must be a Macintosh, I think. Let's see. No, Granny Smith. Pretty. And they're just starting to put the shrubs and things together. And we have here the vegetables and the herbs. And the rose bushes. The bare root rose bush. And blueberries. Strawberries. Oh, I might just pick up some strawberries. $4.99. It's $4.99 a pot though. We have the different shrubs. It's really nice. It's the different shrubs and things. So we see some life here happening at Home Depot. There are the peonies. And other shrubs. It's definitely the beginning of the season. Check out this tree. It's so different. It's a Japanese umbrella pine. Wow, that is so cute. Look at these others. 25 blood good Japanese maple. Wow, this is so pretty. Look at the annuals. Smells so nice for some reason. I think it's these carnations. They really have a nice smell. These pink kisses. Johnny jump ups. They even have some impatiens here. Look at this selection of pots. Wow, this is gorgeous. Is this concrete? No, this is egg dart Bloomber's urn. This is different. Definitely different. A different material. It's plastic. I like that. And then there's big pots here. This is plastic. Wow, it looks so real. right here, I want to do the same thing or similar thing. I'm thinking of adding some more bricks. But in the meantime, take a look at my red tulips. So the daffodils are fading, but the tulips will be coming in, and I just love the red in the garden because it really contrasts from the yellow. So we know that it's a different time, a different season or seasonal time because of the red tulips here in the garden. So we really need to just define this bed a little bit more too. And that's why we're going to Home Depot and to Lowe's. So come with me as we go on our little field trip to Home Depot. Creating the border for the bed just makes it so much easier to keep things a little bit more tidy. And I just kind of like this because now we know that we're not going to continue to dig into the bed here. It just makes everything a little bit more neater. Good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. This is the last Sunday in April, and things have definitely changed a lot. The daffodils are dying back, but the tulips have opened up and now are showing their beautiful color. And I am just so impressed with how things have just been growing. The different ground covers and perennials have been opening up and just leafing out here in the garden. The birds have been very active in the garden. I've seen robins and I've seen sparrows and pigeons and cardinals, and I haven't seen the blue jays yet, but I've seen a lot of activity. And also the squirrels are busy too, and I even saw a rabbit in the garden. Yes, which, you know, can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. But even still, in the meantime, the sparrows is busy here gaining straw and different things for its nest, and there's just been a lot of activity. I also seen bees, my bumblebees, they're back as well. So it's really a wonderful time. And even the trees, my maple tree here that I love in the center, starting to create those little helicopters, the little seeds, and soon we'll have to deal with that. But with all of that said, it's just a beautiful, beautiful morning here in Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. It's a little cool out this morning. It's been in the 40s, 30s, high 30s, and low 40s at night. So it is a little chilly right now. in the morning. However, the tulips have been enjoying this cool weather, and they're able to stay fresh and looking good a little longer because of the cool weather. But now my daffodils are finishing, and there are some, though, that are the later ones that are still giving and providing color. But overall, it's definitely time for the tulips. The ending of the tulips are very evident on this side of the garden because in that back side bed there were a lot of daffodils, my ice folly daffodils, and they are pretty much over. And you can see the hostas coming up. And the good thing about the hostas coming up now is that they will cover the beautiful leaves of the daffodils and allow them, though, to get what they need, and then I don't have to remove them too quickly. Yeah. And then here you can see with the hosta that is definitely growing and taking up its place here in the garden. But then I love the red tulips that are showing up here. This is at Home Depot. Yay! It's so good. So good. So I'm here and I'm back at Home Depot, and they have definitely filled out the different things. So it's so nice. It's nice to see everything looking so good and full and exciting. I can see here a lot of the shrubs. Look at these beautiful rhododendrons. Dandyman purple. Very pretty. The rhodos and also the azaleas here. They don't have a lot out, but these are so pretty. And then of course they have the roses here, the bare root roses. And the prices are $14.98 here. And they're starting to bud out. I love this yellow grandiflora. That's pretty. And also the others here. These are so pretty. Oh, it's so tempting to want to pick one up, especially this yellow. It's like calling me. So we definitely have these shrubs, and this is what I was looking at before. This is beautiful, the junipers. And I love this also here. Looking really nice. Very, very nice. I was thinking of a boxwood to add to my garden. These are 16 $98, the boxwoods and the others. Everything is so much more expensive, of course. And then we have the Japanese maples here. Very nice. Look at this, woven willow. That is definitely different. Woven willow. So pretty. And then they have here some ground covers and other things. Violets. $5.98. And then of course color here. And I think this is more for Mother's Day. You know, they're probably really thinking about Mother's Day. This is definitely about planning for Mother's Day. And you know, also May tends to be the time when we are able to plant our annuals in the ground. And so that's what they have, a lot of annuals here that one can select if you're ready to do that, plant them in the ground. Yes, definitely are impatience. The petunias. They are well stocked with all kinds of soils, and you could just choose what you want. They have the turf lawn things. They have 5 for $10. The Miracle Grow gardening soil, topsoil. It's just amazing. They're stacked. And if you are into mulch, this is the time to get your mulch. 5 for $10, which is really good. And then this is what I'm looking for, are the bricks. 4 for $1. And then they have so many other pavers and things that you can get. I'm definitely looking for the bricks. I came out of Home Depot with a good amount of bricks, 25 cents for one, and I'm excited because I'm going to make the borders and so forth for the garden. Just use them wherever it's necessary. This is at Home Depot. Yay! Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden. Well, it's so good to be with you here this snowy evening here in the New England area. And you know, I've just been a little motivated to start to really think about the garden a little more deeply. but you know, it's still just a dream and a thought. And so I just wanted to share with you with what I am doing, and just wanting to express myself and just think about the garden. So just come with me on my little journey as I think about, daydream, and try to put together this garden. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below, and also just have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And thank you for sharing your time with me here. And I've decided to kind of give my first attack on the garden, what I think it might look like. And so I'm going to share with you some of my thoughts, and just wanting to think about, well, what is it that I want in this tea garden, and what would I want it to look like? And what I've been doing is actually going back and looking at the different, what I've been doing is going back and looking at the different catalogs, and also the different herbs that I've cut out already, and looking at what I've also bought before, the seeds that I've already purchased, and seeing, well, how do I want that all to play out, and where do I want them to go? I'm still at the beginning phases of this and still feeling it out, and wanting to utilize some of these examples here that are in the White Flower Farm of what I would want the garden to look like. I'm kind of moving towards this kind of look. I have the containers that I purchased from the Dollar Tree, and just looking at the colorful placements of them there and the shape of